Why is it hard to convey emotion nonverbally on a comedy stage? Imagine trying to tell a joke without saying a word and having everyone still get the punchline perfectly. That's what makes expressing emotion without words on stage so tricky. Stand-up comedy depends mostly on spoken words, timing, and audience interaction to make people laugh. When you relying on body language to show feelings, it can get lost or misunderstood. The audience is focused on your words, not your gestures. So, subtle signals might not come across clearly. Comedians are solo performers. They have to manage their jokes, timing, and audience reactions all at once. Showing complex emotions through body language can distract from the flow or confuse the audience. If your gestures are too small or too slow, they might not be seen or understood from the back of the room. Humor often involves quick changes in mood. Moving from a silly joke to sarcasm or irony happens fast. Nonverbal cues need to be instantly recognizable. If they're too subtle or ambiguous, the audience might miss the emotional shift. That can weaken the joke or cause confusion. Stage setup and physical distance also matter. If you're far from the audience or under bright lights, facial expressions and small gestures become harder to see. To make emotions clear, comedians often use exaggerated movements or broad gestures. This helps everyone in the room pick up on the emotional tone. Different cultures and individuals interpret body language differently. A gesture that signals frustration in one place might seem playful somewhere else. This makes relying on non-verbal cues riskier during live performances. For comedians, mastering body language means using clear, deliberate gestures and facial expressions that support their words. They learn to match their physicality with their jokes, whether it's showing mock outrage or excitement. This synchronization helps reinforce the joke's emotional message. In the end, conveying emotion without words on stage is tough because comedy relies heavily on verbal cues, timing, and audience engagement. Nonverbal signals need to be big, obvious, and well-timed to work. That's why comedians often use exaggerated gestures to make sure their feelings come across loud and clear, supporting their verbal punchlines and keeping the audience laughing.